for which developed and developing countries should have a differential level of responsibility. Now, importantly, in this particular announcement from the Indian government, there isn't a promise for an absolute cut. In other words, that 30 to 35% reduction will be a relative reduction. It's not necessarily a promise to see emissions fall in real terms by 2030. What is significant, though, is that India, while estimating that this will be somewhere in the order of a $2.5 trillion exercise to cut emissions by this amount, it has not repeated the statement that it has on a number of occasions previously, that should be done with Western financial aid. As we heard there is still the idea of some sort of technology transfer, essentially some assistance to allow India to employ cleaner technology in order to achieve that aim. There's some speculation that perhaps, given the Prime Minister's trip to the United States and the discussions that he had there with the US President Barack Obama on climate change, that there may well be some sort of joint India-US agreement with regards to technology transfer that would help India do this. Now, there is some concern, obviously, that of the 40% renewable target, some of those sources will also include nuclear and large-scale hydroelectricity projects. That has caused some concern.
So what sort of reaction has there been in terms of the targets and how ambitious they are?
Well, look, certainly there are those who are perhaps realistic, perhaps questioning what the chances of this goal being achieved are. There is certainly a broad consensus that a target is welcome, and so too a step in the right direction in the eyes of a number of green groups. But the concern is that while there is that commitment to sourcing 40% of the country's energy from non-fossil fuel means, that does include nuclear, that does include large-scale solar, and significantly, Greenpeace here says there is also going to be an increase in the amount of coal burned in India, and of course that will add not only to emissions but to, they say, the country's already quite bad air pollution problem.